Matthew chapter 25. Then the regency of the heavens would be likened to 10 virgins, who having taken their brightening lamps, came out to the encounter on the underway with the bridegroom. And 5 out of them were foolish, and 5 were sober minded. For the foolish, having taken the brightening lamps, did not take oil with themselves. But the sober minded took also oil in little vessels with their brightening lamps. But due to the bridegroom being behind time, they all nodded off and down rested. But at the middle of the night an outcry had become, "Perceive, the bridegroom is nearing, come out to the from encounter." Thereupon all those virgins were awakened, and they adorned their brightening lamps. But the foolish said to the sober-minded, "Give us out of your oil, since our brightening lamps are going to extinguish." But the sober-minded answered, saying, "No, lest at any time it may not suffice for you and us. Go much more to those selling and buy oil for yourselves." But at their coming away to buy, the bridegroom came, and those prepared came with him into the wedding feasts, and the door was shut. But hereafter come also the rest of the virgins, saying, "Lord, Lord, open to us." But answering he said, "Amen, I say to you, I have not perceived you. Hence, watch, since you do not perceive the day, but also not the hour. For this cause it is just as a human traveling away, who calls his own slaves and personally gives to them his possessions. And to the one that abides he gives 5 talents, but to the other 2, but to the third 1, to each according his own ability, and he travels away straightway. Then he who had the 5 talents, having gone, took them and worked in with them, and earned another 5 talents. Similarly, he who had the 2 gained another 2. But he who had the 1 took it, coming away, and dug it in the earth land, and secreted the silver of his lord. But after much time the lord of those slaves comes and settles accounts together with them regarding a reckoning. And having come, the one having taken the 5 talents brought another 5 talents, saying, "Lord, you personally gave to me 5 talents. Perceive, I have gained another 5 talents." Then his lord explained to him, "Well done, you good and faithing slave. You were faithing upon little, I will down establish you on many. Come into the joy of your lord." Then also the one having taken the 2 talents came and said, "You personally gave to me 2 talents. Perceive, I have gained another 2 talents." Then his lord explained to him, "Well done, you good and faithing slave. You were faithing upon little, I will down establish you on many. Come into the joy of your lord." But also the one having taken the 1 talent came and said, "Lord, I knew that you are an austere human, harvesting where you did not sow, and leading together whence you have not dispersed through. And being made to fear, I came away and secreted your talent in the earth land. Perceive, here you have what is yours." But answering his lord said to him, "You evil and tarrying slave, you had perceived that I harvest where I did not sow, and lead together whence I have not dispersed through. Hence, it was binding on you to cast my silver pieces to the table setters, and I, on coming, I would have fetched, as it were, what is mine with interest. Hence, lift the talent from him and give it to the one having the 10 talents. For to every one having will be given, and he will be made to have abundantly. But from the one not having, also that which he has will be lifted away from him. And cast the unusable slave into the outer darkness, there will be the sobbing and the gnashing of teeth. But when, as it were, the Son of the human comes in his glory and all the angels with him, then he will take seat on the throne of his glory, and all the nations will be led together in front of him, and he will segregate them from one another, just as the herdsmen segregate the sheep from the kids. And he will make the stand that abides the sheep out of those at the right hand, but the little kids out of those at his left name side. Then the regent will talk to these out of those at the right hand, "Come hither, you having been blessed of my Father, allot law accordingly, the regency having been prepared for you from the downcast of the cosmos. For this cause I hungered, and you gave me to eat. I thirsted, and you gave me to drink. I was guesting, and you led me together with you. Bare was I, and you cast about me a raiment. I was weak, and you gave heed unto me. I was in jail, and you came to me." Then the righteous will answer him, saying, Lord, when did we perceive you hungering and nourished you, or thirsting and gave you to drink? But when did we perceive you guesting and led you together with us, or bare and cast about you a raiment? But when did we perceive you weak or in jail and came to you? And answering, the regent will talk to them, Amen, I say to you, on for as much of the time as you did all this to one of these, my least brothers, you did it to me. Then he will also talk to those out of the left name side, Go away from me, you having been cursed, into the Aeonian fire, that having been prepared for the Diabolos and his angels. For I hungered, and you did not give me to eat. I thirsted, and you did not give me to drink. I was guesting, and you did not lead me together with you. I was weak and in jail, and you did not give heed unto me. Then they themselves will answer, saying, Lord, when did we perceive you hungering or thirsting, or guesting, or bare, or weak, or in jail, and did not serve you? Then he will answer them, saying, Amen, I say to you, on for much time as you did not do all this to one of these the least, you also did not do it to me. And these will come away into Aeonian discipline, but the righteous into Aeonian life.